Welcome, one and all, whoever may be watching this. This will be part 19? Don't laugh at me. I do edit and I do, do all the bits and pieces, but I just forget numbers. It's really not my jam. Okay, so Ferod's crutch emits a similar glow. Let's touch the archway with the crutch.
I'm gone.
Okay, so... Oh, okay, we can't go that way. So is this like his treasure trove? Am I going to become rich just based off of everything he's collected? Wow, this is a big area too. I wonder if his daughter will be okay with me stealing from her dad. Nice. Gonna have a nice cheese collection going, I think. Oh, actually, let's just... I just want to check in with Decon.
What is your will?
Purely because I've talked to everyone else. Okay. And they've all had issues that needed to be talked about, so I was just wondering if maybe Decon also had some issues. Okay, so that's the portal back. So for some reason we enter up here, but we exit down here. Interesting. Okay, let's... I want to say let's quickly do this, but this is a large area and I do want to loot it. At least it's a nice reprieve from having to fight things, I guess. Oh, Mort, you're in the way. Ooh, that's a fancy glass eye. That's exciting. Right, I guess that's it. Okay, so I mean we got some bits and pieces. Whatever those bits and pieces are worth. I need to make use of these spells and stuff. I'm terrible when it comes to items and jank. I just forget to use them. So, okay, so we have this bronze sphere, which is what we got for Ferod. Obviously got his crutch. Let's maybe divvy out some of these charms. Okay. I'm assuming we'll need that at some point. Okay, so when this paralyzed fly is consumed, the user heals a small amount of damage immediately and also gains the ability to regenerate for a certain period of time. the character is already able to regenerate, then the regeneration rate is increased. I mean, that's kind of sweet. What are you as a character? Yeah, okay. Oh, priest. Alright, interesting. That means she has spells. Oh, nice. Blessing, that's classic. Cure light wounds, that's also a classic. Aid. Nice. These are all very classic spells, except for prayer. I don't know prayer. Speak with dead. Haha, lucky I've already got that skill. Nice. Okay, so she's got a lot of spells that will help us. Ooh, okay. Okay. Okay, so we need to rest is kind of where this is drawing. Is the conclusion that this is drawing. Alright, so we're back here. Let's just work out this whole situation with poor Ignis. Okay. I wonder if this decanter of endless water will do something. You tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. A small stream of ice blue water pours out from the decanter and touches the flames of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to this challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling into the grill and shattering. By the hells! Hissing billows of steam and a furious crackling noise rushes from the grill, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There is a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound like 100 buildings burning. People screaming, their screams being cut short by the roar of flame and melting flesh. Cover your ears and block the sound. As you put your hands over your ears to block out the sound, you feel a stickiness on your hands like a hot cheese or candle wax. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back and see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swells. Try to get out of the bar. You're about to run from the bar, anything to get away from the sound, when suddenly all falls silent, except for a jagged crackling coming from the grill. You turn. On the grill lies the decanter of endless water, now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flames still trailing from its body, floating over the bar's floor. It is staring at you, its eyes flickering like two torches. I know you. Its voice cackles, burns, roars through the creature's chest, and with every word, flakes of cinder and ash spit from its mouth and drift into the air. You can barely stand to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold. Ignis.
Yes, long have I slept dreams of flames. I am yours, till death comes for us both.
We shall see. Yay! Now I've got a full party. That's exciting.
Yes.
Ignis, what happened to you to make you this way? This way. A small pocket of flesh on Ignis's cheek pops and runs into a streaming trickle down his jaw. This way. Ignis always was. But you look human, or at least you look like you were human once. Ignis twists, hunching his head forward as his body spins slowly above the ground. The effect is much like a fiery whirlwind, thermal streaming off his body and distorting the air around him. Still, Ignis. Always Ignis. Okay, I have some other questions. As you open your mouth to speak, Ignis suddenly whirls on you. You are forced to choke back your words as the heat from his frame floods over you. Ignis. might you be, sparks in bodies, always seeking to rise? Sparks in bodies? What do you mean? All things burn inside. Ignis's head cranes back and throws his arm wide, spirals of flame and heat travelling up his arms. Only need to be kindled with flames to become Ignis. So might you have been Ignis. So you're saying everyone has the potential to become like you with the right spark? Yes. Ignis grins, cocking his head to one side, ashes falling from his skull and being swept up in the flame wreath that surrounds him. Your heart jumps as Ignis soars several feet into the air and his drawer tears open, fiery trails spilling forth like a neck of snakes. No more talk and questions. Silence. But I wish to speak of flames, Ignis, and of burning. Your words are like oil, and you watch them fill Ignis's eyes, fanning the flames you see there. Flames? Ignis drifts down slightly, the heat around him rising as if in interest. Speak. Ignis will listen. What were you doing in the smouldering corpse bar? For a moment you don't think Ignis has heard you, when suddenly the fires in his eyes dim slightly, and he gives a soft hiss, cinder and ash dancing at the edges of his jaw. Ignis once knew nothing of flames. Yes? Once Ignis knew nothing of flames. He set small fires, tiny flames, tiny flickerings, small bits of flame. Ignis hisses again, ashes and fiery motes drifting from the ruin of his mouth. The fires grew. Ignis set fires in their streets and lit the fires of anger in their hearts. Yes? You speak, but Ignis doesn't seem to hear you. He seems to be somewhere else, as if reliving a memory through his words. Against your will, you stop and listen. They sought to punish Ignis, the small flies from the hive. They wished to see Ignis burn after Ignis set fire to their streets. Tiny magelings, hedge wizards, rune casters, tiny sparks of magic came to punish Ignis for hurting their loved ones. They sentenced Ignis to burn, made Ignis a torch, a spitting flame, burning, burning. It was justice, they said. Justice. You watch, mesmerized as Ignis begins slowly turning again, as he did above the grill in the smouldering corpse. But it was not a sentence. There is so much flames and pain that there is no pain. There is light and heat, and the flesh runs as the tallow across my bones. For the first time, Ignis is pleased. Ignis stops his rotation, and his gaze falls upon you. As it does, the fires in his eyes flare, and a charred grin spits from his features, the flesh crackling and bubbling as it melts and streams across his face. Ignis wears the face of all hells, of flames, and his next words are spoken like a death sentence. Not only for you, but for everyone, everywhere. When the plains burn, and all life is torches, then Ignis shall at last be at peace. Alright, I guess we'll leave him because I don't think there are any other questions to ask him. Alright, anyone upset that we now have a burning man with us? Anna, do you have any issues? Nice. Everything he has is fire. I love it. Nice.
Maud, I'm curious. What happened to your body?
Me? I'm the head of Vecna.
Wait, Vecna? As in like Stranger Things Vecna? That was like such a short dialogue interruption. I love this game so much. Okay, just gonna pause it so I don't get attacked by thugs. So we need to find someone to write a note. We need to find these things. Poor Nesta. Oh, Emerese. I think she's actually around here somewhere. I'm sure I remembered reading something about the smoldering corpse.
Done.
Oh, right here. Okay, are you by any chance Emerese? She stares at you silently for a time, then speaks. I was caught that once, long ago. Who are you? I was sent to find you by Nod, your brother. He's worried about you, and I hoped I could tell him how you were. Nod? He's alive? Where? Why didn't he come to seek me out himself? I think he's ashamed. He's a collector now, living in poverty in Ragpicker Square. He doesn't seem quite right. In the head, I mean.
Updated my journal.
Aye, he was a bit touched, even as a child when his name was Thodos. Oh, I've missed him so. Ashamed though, huh? Me own work's no more proud. Ah well, at least I'm doing well for myself. For a hiver, at any rate, eh? I must visit him soon. She looks at you closely for the first time since you've spoken. Are you a friend of Nod's, or... sort of yes, why? Could she... She frowns, biting her lip as if considering something. Could you give this to him? She steps close to you and offers a pouch of what looks to be about 100 copper commons. Yes, I'll get it to him. I'm sorry, Cutter, but could I get you to swear it to me? A lot of copper it is, for me at least. Sure.
Updated my journal.
She hands you the pouch. I thank ye. Go speak to Nod for me and tell him I worry about him so. Alright, I'll just pop back to see Nod, I guess.
Done.
I spoke to your sister, Emerese. Did ye? Nod so happy he is. How's Nod's sister? Tell him of Emerese. Tell Nod, please. His excitement sets off a long series of hacking coughs. When he can finally speak again, he asks, Is Nod's sister still pretty? So pretty. Yeah, she is. She's a prostitute now in the hive. She's doing well and is worried for you. Nod's so pleased to know his sister is all right. He looks as if he's going to cry for a moment and swallows hard. Anything more, she said for Nod to hears. Yes, she wanted you to have these copper commons. She will also visit you as soon as she can find the time.
Updated my journal.
Nod's head stops nodding abruptly and his jaw drops as you hand him the 100 coins. Beneath the dirt brown hood, his eyes gleam with joy. Such wonderful news it is! Good! Wonderful news, aye? Nod thanks ye, and thanks ye again, and thanks ye 1,000 times more, aye? I'm glad I could help. Yay, we're doing good things for people. Isn't that exciting? Oh, yeah, okay. I need to follow the platforms over to the square north. Yep, the gate should lead to his bolt hole. Alright, let's try to find poor old Nesta's fork.
I'm gone.
Greetings.
Updated my journal.
He regards you coolly from the shadows as if sizing you up. I said, greetings. What's the matter? Your other ear not working? The one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke. Roll out your guts for garters. You wouldn't have happened to have lost that ear while robbing an old man here in the hive. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. He glares at you angrily. Now I suggest you get your mangled carcass out of my sight before I carve my name into ye. Certainly, just give me the fork you stole from him and I'll be on my way. With a flash of movement too quick to follow, he whips his knife from its sheath and begins waving it menacingly before you. Why don't you come here and take it from me, Burke? If that's the way you want to play it, let's dance. Let's dance. Okay, the question is, how many of these are like AoEs that will hurt my party, and how many of them... Nice! And he's still taking damage. That's what you get for stealing someone's fork, okay? I hope we've all learnt a lesson here today. The old man stops his frantic pacing and glances at you nervously. Fork, fork, fork? Can't go home without my fork. Is this the fork you speak of? Nesta hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork! Fork, fork, fork! Hoo-hoo! He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home. Farewell! Hoo-hoo! Farewell. Nesta turns to leave, then, as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery, the severed ear. Upon closer examination you notice that there is an earring still dangling from it. Pocket the earring and disregard the rotting flesh.
Updated my journal.
I've helped you. Oh, well, maybe I didn't talk to him first. Okay, that's fine. All right, so I'm not 100% sure about this one. I might have to read up about it. But all of these are going to be in the clerk's ward, so let's just head over there. Alright, jokes, we're in the lower ward. Apparently there's like somewhere here where we can get, the print shop.
All
Where we
right.
can get letters writ.
Get your slave over here! Two for the price of one!
Sorry, that was just a very dramatic run-in. No different to what I was doing, I guess. Okay, what do you do here? What do you print? I had a few questions. I'd like you to print up a love letter for me. A love letter? Fine. It'll cost you though. Let's call it, 100 coins. You look desperate for this. Here you go. He takes your money, thinks for a moment, and selects a perfumed sheet of paper from a drawer in the desk. He scribbles a few vacacious love-struck lines on it in a flowery, elegant script. This will do, I'm sure. Farewell. Oh, once again, just miss him because all the names sort of blur together. Whatever. Alright, greetings. And to thee, Sir Hale, what dost thou wish of me? Are you Montague? I need to speak to you about Juliet. Oh? He gives you a puzzled, slightly suspicious look. I overheard her speaking at the brothel. She's having an affair, you know. Thou speak falsely. I would have thee present me proof before I took thy claim as true. I also found these letters. Here, read them. He takes the letters and reads them over. Alas, 'tis true. She has found another one who loves her passionately. Heartache is a sensate's fate, I think. I shall move on to another love and let this other suitor have her, considering the passion of his words. Wait, this was all a ruse. Eh? What is this thou speak of? She's trying to trick you into being more passionate. And why did she not simply say something? I don't think it really occurred to her. Apparently not. So what should be done? Turnabout is fair play? Say the cheat. Act distant and unconcerned. That'll spice things up considerably. Truly? Trust me, kid. Start ignoring her, create some friction, leave them wondering, and they'll be clawing all over to discover what the matter is. Right, Chief? Yeah, she'll think something's wrong, and for once he'll be playing the game rather than being the target. Aye, I like the sound of that very much. Good luck, I hope it works out. Farewell. And farewell to thee as well, sir. Now I have some things to attend to. Should we meet again, we might speak more of the matter. Montague bows and turns to go. Oh, and he walks into the wall. Oh, okay. Alright, Juliet looks to you hopefully. Anything yet? Montague seemed disinterested. I recall him saying he was bored with things in any case.
Updated my journal.
Juliet looks shocked. He said, what? How could I have been so... Oh, it would appear as if my relationship had the troubles I so desired, and I merely missed them in all my melancholy. Perhaps. I just want to see if I can ask her about anyone.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so Ravel Puzzle, what? Who? It's truly someone's name. Yves might know her. Okay, I need to find them. Okay, what about the Veil? Who would ever wish to find the thing? I for one hope. La-di-da-di-da-di. Yeah, Nenny. Okay. Yep, Nanny. Okay. Well, at least she gave us some answers about Yves, however you say that.